Mom delivered a baby. Doctors scanned him and realized the shock of his life. An Arizona woman unexpectedly gave birth Wednesday while en route to the hospital. At 1:23 a.m. on November 8th, Shannon Geis, 31, delivered her own son after pulling over her family SUV near 32nd Street in Union Hills in Phoenix. Baby Sebastian arrived, weighing 6 pounds 7 ounces. I could have never guessed that I was going to give birth in the car, Geis told ABC News today. Everybody's pretty surprised, obviously, a little bit in shock, just like me. We're happy he's here and that everyone's healthy and there's no complications. He's a great baby. Geis is also mom to Devin, 11, Dominic, 9, Damon, 5, and Olivia, 1. Geis said her water broke around midnight. She grabbed Olivia and headed to Abrazo Scottsdale campus, formerly known as Paradise Valley Hospital. That night, Geis's 3 boys were there with her father, Geis's former husband. Sebastian's father was at his own home at the time, Geis said. I got in the car and my biggest fear at the time was that I wasn't going to make it in time to get an epidural, Geis recalled. As I started driving, it just became extremely intense, and the hospital is only 15 to 20 minutes from my house. I got almost all the way there, and I had a contraction that wouldn't stop. That's when I felt the baby actually move down. Geis pulled her vehicle over and dialed 911. The recording was released by the Phoenix Fire Department to ABC News. What's wrong? The dispatcher asked. I just delivered a baby in my car, Geis replied. The dispatcher offered to send an ambulance, but Geis was already less than 5 minutes down the road. She called 911, where she was offered an ambulance and a fire truck with paramedics to assist her in safely getting to the hospital after delivering her child. The fire department wrote in a statement to ABC News. The caller stated she was already on her way to the hospital and was approximately a half-mile away. The department went on. The alarm room then called the hospital to make them aware that a woman had just given birth, was roughly 3 minutes away from their hospital. Mom and baby are both doing great. Geis drove herself the rest of the way to the hospital, where she, her newborn son, and 1-year-old daughter were greeted by emergency staff. The physicians, nurses, and other caregivers at the Abrazo Scottsdale campus emergency department are trained to handle uncommon emergent situations like this. The hospital wrote in a statement to ABC News, We're proud of the care we gave Shannon and her baby when they arrived at our hospital, and we wish them both a happy and healthy future. Geis said she and baby Sebastian are doing well and are preparing to head home today. Baby Avery Kroner was born at 2:43 a.m. on November 21st. She weighed 6 pounds and 12 ounces at the time of her birth. Only she was not born at a hospital, her house, or any medical facility. You're the ones who had the baby on the side of the road, right? Yep, that's us, Avery's mother, Megan, said from her postpartum room Wednesday. Megan was evaluated Monday night at Ascension St. Agnes Hospital in southwest Baltimore. As soon as she returned to her Westminster home, intense contractions began, she said. And we're on the Beltway and my water broke, she said. Our firstborn came so quickly. Her husband, Kevin, had called the hospital, then 911. They, the dispatchers, were trying to keep me calm and get me to keep her calm, Kevin said. The first cop on the scene was actually on his way to Wawa to get breakfast. He pulled up to ask if we were okay, and I was like, nope, we're having a baby, man. Kevin ultimately caught Avery in the front seat of her Jeep Cherokee. She was out and in my hands before the ambulance could get there, Kevin said. Paramedics cut the cord, and the Kroners returned to the hospital as a family of 3 after leaving Monday night. I remember the look on everybody's face when we came off the elevator was just like, Megan paused to form an expression. You can see it in movies and TV, but it doesn't actually happen in real life. But here we are to say that it actually can. Kevin said nothing can prepare you for delivering your child. Being able to be there and be that big part of it, it was totally a different feeling. Definitely a special bond, he said. Mother and son are both doing well and resting at Holy Cross Hospital in Germantown after she delivered her own baby on the way to the hospital late Wednesday night. We caught up with the family, who told us that things just kind of progressed quickly on the ride to the hospital, and the baby boy was born on the road, leading up to the emergency room entrance just before midnight. At one point, we were going to go to Shady Grove, which was a couple minutes closer, but she thought we could make it to Germantown, the shocked father told us. As soon as the family turned on to Observation Drive, where the hospital's located, the baby decided it was time to make an appearance. In the minute or so that it took to get to the emergency room entrance, which was the only entrance open due to the time, the baby was born with mother holding him as hospital staff came out to meet her. The staff at Holy Cross was so helpful and made a scary situation feel a lot better by quickly taking me upstairs and making sure everything was okay, the mom told us. Today, they're resting comfortably and plan to make it back home on Friday. The proud parents told us that the entire ride and delivery was captured on dash cam, which they plan to watch upon making it back home. Some babies born in special way. Do you agree or not?